Have you ever sent a text to a woman and waited? Hours pass, maybe even a day. Then finally, just one word, K, or worse, nothing. If you've been there, you're not alone. In fact, most men have felt that quiet sting. And if you've never experienced it, hit no in the comments, because I seriously want to learn your Jedi powers. Let's get real for a second. Texting shouldn't feel like a game of chess, but for many guys, it's a mind game they never win. They send a message, then stare at their phone, check it every 5 minutes, reread their text 10 times, second-guess every emoji, every word, and when she doesn't reply, that pit in your stomach? Yeah, I've been there too. The worst part, the more you try to get it right, the more she pulls away. Here's the truth, brother. Most men text in a way that kills attraction without realizing it. They come off too eager, too predictable, too easy to forget. But what if I told you, with just 3 small changes, you could flip the script? Instead of chasing her attention, you become the man she waits to hear from, the one who stays in her head, even when you're not texting. Today, we're breaking down 3 powerful texting secrets women can't resist. These aren't cheesy pickup lines. They're not tricks. They're grounded in psychology and Stoic awareness, the kind of emotional mastery that draws women in effortlessly. So, if you're done feeling invisible and ready to become that man, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into Secret 1. Number 1. Texts that arouse her curiosity. Picture this. You send a message to a woman, and instead of the usual delay, she replies instantly. Not just with words, but with questions. She's eager, engaged, hooked. Sounds like a fantasy, right? It's not. It's basic psychology. You see, curiosity is one of the strongest emotional triggers known to the human mind. When something piques your interest, your brain enters a state of tension. It craves closure. It demands answers. That's why we binge-watch shows with cliffhangers. Why we click headlines that promise a mystery. And yes, why some texts grab attention, while others disappear into the void. If you can trigger that same curiosity in her, she can't help but respond. She needs to know more. It's automatic. It's irresistible. But here's where most men get it wrong. They send messages that are completely harmless, but completely forgettable, like, "I hope you're having a nice day. How was your weekend? Hey, what's up?" Polite? Sure. But exciting? Not at all. These texts don't create any emotional gap. They don't leave her wondering. They don't stir her imagination. They give her all the information up front and give her no reason to reply. Let's flip the script. Instead of telling her everything, you say just enough to leave her hanging. You plant a seed, but you don't water it right away. Try messages like, "You won't believe what just happened to me today. You did something completely unexpected in my dream last night." I just realized something kind of interesting about you. Each of these lines creates a curiosity gap. They open a loop. They imply a story, but don't reveal the ending. Now she has to respond. Her mind starts filling in the blanks. She's imagining, guessing, hooked. But here's the key. Don't give it all away. Not yet. Let's say she replies, "What happened?" Orient, "What did I do in your dream?" Most guys would spill the story right away, but not you. You pace it. You tease it. You say something like, "It's actually kind of funny, but before I tell you, have you ever had a moment where something random reminded you of someone, like out of nowhere?" Now you've deepened the loop. She's not just waiting for an answer. She's invested in the story. She's participating. This isn't a monologue. It's a back and forth. And you're not chasing. You're leading. Men who master this don't struggle to keep conversations alive. They don't run out of things to say because they're not performing. They're engaging. And here's what happens when a woman starts investing. She becomes emotionally involved. She feels like she's a part of the interaction, not just reacting to it. That emotional investment changes everything. Because once she's curious, she's connected. And once she's connected, she can't help but reply. Texting becomes effortless, not because you're clever, but because you understand the rhythm, the timing, the psychology. You're not overwhelming her with words. You're opening doors and letting her walk through them. It's not about being mysterious for the sake of it. It's about inviting her in, without giving it all away. And that, my friend, is the power of curiosity. If this strategy made sense to you, smash that like button, subscribe to the Stoic Spirit, and tell me in the comments, what kind of text would make you curious enough to reply instantly? Let's hear your take. Number 2, texts that create anticipation. If curiosity gets her attention, anticipation is what keeps her mind coming back to you. Even when you're not texting, it's that silent tension, that subtle pull, the thing that makes her check her phone just to see if your name pops up. And here's the science behind it. When a woman anticipates something exciting, her brain releases dopamine, the same feel-good chemical that lights up when she's packing for a trip, waiting for a birthday surprise, or counting down to a long weekend. The more she anticipates, the more emotionally invested she becomes. That's where attraction builds. But most guys don't get this. They kill anticipation before it even starts. How? They give too much, too soon. They send texts like, "I got you something today. I planned a fun date. I have something to tell you." These messages aren't bad. They're sweet. They show thoughtfulness. But they miss one essential ingredient: mystery. There's nothing left for her to wonder about. No reason to imagine. No tension. When she knows everything up front, there's nothing to look forward to. But when you build anticipation, You activate the part of her brain that needs answers, and that keeps her emotionally involved. So how do you do it? Easy. Take those same ideas and just add space for her to guess, wonder, or react. Try these instead. I saw something today that instantly made me think of you. Want to take a guess what it was? I've got something planned for Friday. You're either going to love it or be really curious. Do you like surprises? I realized something about you today. Should I tell you, or keep it to myself a little longer? Now, instead of passively receiving your text, she's leaning in. Her mind is filling in the blanks. She's emotionally engaged, not just replying out of politeness. And here's the trick that makes it even more powerful. Don't give it up right away. If she asks, "What is it?" hold back just a little. Say something like, "I could tell you now, but what would be the fun in that?" Take a guess first. This turns a simple text into a game, something playful and emotionally stimulating. You're no longer just a guy trying to hold a conversation. You're now the guy who makes her feel something, the guy who keeps her guessing, the guy she's talking to in her head even when she's not texting back. And that's powerful. But more than that, it shows emotional control, stoic energy. You're not rushing. You're not over-explaining. You're not desperate for a reply. You're leading. And women feel that shift. Anticipation is what makes the ordinary unforgettable. It turns a plain message into a spark that lingers in her mind all day. The key is not to say everything. It's to say just enough, to let her imagination do the rest. When you master this, your messages won't just get replies. They'll get investment. She won't just respond. She'll start checking her phone, hoping it's you. If that idea resonates with you, hit that like button, subscribe to the Stoic Spirit, and answer this in the comments. What's one line you've used, or could use, to build anticipation in a conversation? Let's learn from each other. Number 3, offering genuine compliments. Most men believe that giving compliments to a woman will automatically make her like them. But here's the truth. A compliment given the wrong way can do more harm than good. Why? Because women hear the same surface-level compliments all the time, especially if she's attractive. Tell her you're so beautiful, or you're the most stunning girl I've ever seen. And chances are she's heard it a dozen times this week, maybe even today. It doesn't make you stand out. It doesn't make her feel seen. It just makes you sound like every other guy, trying to say the right thing. The issue isn't the compliment itself. It's how and what you choose to highlight. The key to a powerful compliment isn't in its sweetness. It's in its specificity, sincerity, and depth. A genuine compliment shows that you actually see her beyond her appearance. Let's look at the difference. Instead of saying, "You have such pretty eyes," "You're so hot," "You're gorgeous," try saying, "I admire the way you stay calm in stressful situations." That's rare. "I like how you speak your mind without sounding aggressive." That balance isn't easy. You have a way of making people feel safe around you, like they can be themselves. See the difference? Those compliments are personal. They show that you're paying attention, not just to how she looks, but to how she thinks, speaks, and carries herself. And when a woman feels understood, she feels connected. This is where emotional attraction begins. Here's the secret. When you compliment a woman's values, mindset, or energy, you step into a category that most men never reach. You're no longer admiring her like a painting. You're engaging with her as a person, and that's powerful. But there's one more thing to consider: timing. A well-placed compliment hits harder than 5 random ones. Don't drop praise just to fill silence. Wait for the right moment. If she's opening up about her career goals, that's the time to say, "I respect how driven you are." Most people just talk, but you actually take action. Or if she shares something vulnerable, say, "I really admire how honest you are." Most people hide behind small talk. These moments make her feel valued. They create a positive emotional imprint, and that emotion gets associated with you. It's not just about making her smile. It's about becoming the person who makes her feel appreciated without trying too hard. That's what most men miss. They chase approval. They compliment to gain something. But a Stoic man, he compliments because he observes, because he respects, because he sees something worth acknowledging, and he speaks on it when the time is right. He's not playing a game, he's showing character. So remember, the best compliments don't come from a script. They come from presence, from seeing what others overlook. If this perspective helped you rethink how you give compliments, hit like, subscribe to the Stoic Spirit, and drop a comment below. What's one compliment you've given or received that truly meant something? Let's raise the bar together. By now, you've probably realized, texting isn't just about what you say. It's about how you make her feel. Every message you send either sparks curiosity, builds anticipation, or makes her feel genuinely seen and appreciated. And if it doesn't do any of those things, you're just another name in her inbox. Easy to overlook, easier to forget. Let's recap the 3 secrets. Curiosity creates open loops. You drop just enough to get her thinking, wondering, needing to know more. That's what keeps the conversation alive. Anticipation gives her something to look forward to. It adds tension. It turns a simple text into something playful and memorable. Genuine compliments hit different, because when you recognize who she is, not just how she looks, you connect at a deeper emotional level. That's rare and unforgettable. Most guys get stuck in dry, scripted texting. No spark, no emotion, and then they wonder why she disappears. But not you. From now on, every text you send will carry intention. It'll be calm, confident, and emotionally intelligent. That's what makes texting effortless. That's what makes you stand out. Because when a woman feels something real, she responds. And here's the best part. You won't be chasing attention anymore. You'll be the one she wants to hear from. If this video gave you new insight, hit like, subscribe to the Stoic Spirit, and tell me in the comments, which of the 3 texting principles will you start using today? Thanks for watching. And remember, you can check out our latest videos right here on the screen. See you in the next one.